Hi, welcome to my Utopia. I'm Mara. Today is June 8th, 2018. I had VSG surgery on August 15th, 2016. My highest ever recorded weight was 300 pounds. My surgery date weight was 250 pounds. My weight today is 196 pounds. That is a 15-pound gain from my lowest. Today I'm going to talk to you about WLSFA, which I went to last weekend. It was the first large convention that I've been to. Before, I'd gone on a weight loss cruise, which was just, I don't even remember how many people was on it. I had heard someone say that there were 245 people had registered, so maybe 250 people attending, including those people who were volunteering or board members or special guests or something who hadn't actually registered. I'm not really sure how many people showed up. So my primary reason for going was to meet up with a bunch of my friends who I had met on YouTube, Foodie Turned Sleevey and my VSG Confessional, Sleeved After 60 and Schwig, and there are more, but those were, those are the names that are coming to mind right this moment. Went down early. The convention was Friday through Sunday in San Antonio, and I went down on Wednesday just because I'd never been to Texas at all, so I kind of wanted to check things out and just see what Texas was like. I mean, obviously that's a real little snippet because it was just, the Riverwalk area of San Antonio. So I got to meet everyone, and that was awesome, and I feel like I really bonded with people, but I didn't necessarily enjoy the convention itself. I didn't attend all that many of the scheduled talks. Meant to attend more, but my phone, when I got there, my phone didn't update with the time, and with the local time, which is an hour later than my time. And the clock in my room in the hotel was set for 2 hours off from my time. And so I was so confused the first day of the convention. I couldn't figure out what time it was. So I thought that I had missed everything that I was interested in going to. And it turns out that I was an hour early. So I could have gone to everything. I just kind of like messed around and walked around. Went to the Alamo, went to the mall, went shopping. I didn't really feel like it was really run all that well, in the sense that, now I am sure that there are some people that go there to conventions in general, not just this particular one, and they want to attend all the talks and they want to gather all this information, but I was really just going there to meet people who I had seen online and conversed with and sent letters and emails and texts and whatever with, and there was not a place where you could just sit around and meet other weight loss patients, because the convention itself, like the rooms and the sponsors and the people who are trying to sell you stuff, that was on one floor, and there really wasn't room on that floor that I found, and I've heard this from other people. There really wasn't room just like sit around, nearby the center of action, where the rooms were and everything, and just talk and just like get to meet people. I went up to a lot of people and I'm like, hey, are you here for the convention? And, I talked like superficially to a lot of people, just, hey, it's cool to see you. My name's Mara. If I wanted to sit and talk to people, I had to be on a different floor. And then I had to keep a real close eye on the time to know like when the talks and other events that were going on that I wanted to attend were happening, so I wouldn't miss them. Also, it was very, I know that they get sponsors so that I suppose it lowers the money that the participants, attendees, pay. So if we're each spending $150, maybe by having sponsors, that keeps more money in the coffers to go for sponsors. Scholarships, essentially. So this particular WLSFA is the Weight Loss Surgical Foundation of America, and they have people apply who cannot afford weight loss surgery or plastic surgery, and every year they give a scholarship, or they pay for someone's surgery. I don't know exactly how they word it, but or multiple someone's. And so by having the sponsors, it's good. They get to then give more money for people who need surgery. But I felt a lot of it was like really, really driven by sponsors. So the meals were paid for by sponsors, and so then the sponsors got to give up and give a little talk about, or sometimes not so little, talk about their product. But they were also in the hallway up and down, all outside of all the rooms where you could go in and see the talks. So you couldn't exactly avoid them. I'm sure that there were people there with really good products that were giving them away or selling them. I did not personally see anything there that I would spend my money on. And I looked at every booth and talked to every person at every booth. There's that. And then my group, we were, really excited to meet up with each other. Various of us have met various others. Not all of us have met each other, but there was some overlap. And so it was fine. It was nice to, to not just be like, oh, I've never met you and I've seen you online and let's get to know each other. I had met My VSG Confessional, and I had met Sleep After 60 before. Sleep After 60 had met Schwig, and My VSG Confessional. And, there's this, just various overlaps. So we were really into talking to each other and spending time with each other. And we were getting a lot of nasty looks from people because we were talking to each other, not loudly. We were talking quietly at our tables. We weren't being rude about it. We were just trying to spend time with each other, but also participate because we were paying to participate. And we wanted to be there for reasons other than just meeting up with each other, because if we had just wanted to do that, we could have just scheduled something, ourselves. So we got nasty looks, and we got told to stop talking, and we got told to move out of the way, and it was not all that pleasant. Nothing that I haven't told a board member there about, so it's fine. In the sense that I'm not just bitter and just bitching about it. Maybe the group that I was with were just more comfortable with each other than people who were there just with one person, or had just met up with people at the convention. And maybe people wanted to go there and they wanted to hear all the speeches and they wanted to participate in listening to all the sponsors, and they wanted to, do this stuff. The other thing for me personally was I don't like forced jollyment, in the sense that if I go to a talk, then I don't want to have to be forced to play a game. And I've talked before about how I'm awkward. I get stressed out about situations like that, and I don't necessarily want to always be around people. I want to spend time with people, but I also need my own time to go away from spending time with people, go back to the room and have some quiet. So that's how I missed out on some of the things. I probably am not the type of person who enjoys large groups of people that I don't know. I like introducing myself to people. I like talking to people that I don't know. I like meeting new people, but I also, there's a limit. Overall, I would say it was a success in the sense that I got to see people that I wanted to see. I got to go someplace that I wanted to go. It was 100 some degrees there when we were there, so maybe having it earlier in the year or having it someplace cooler might have been a better idea. But I probably will never attend one of these conventions again. Overall, one of my friends and I there estimated that we had spent $1,500 for the 4 days that we were there, and that amount of money probably would have been better spent like I said, just us meeting up, the group of us meeting up if we wanted to outside of this environment. But there were definitely people who were really enjoying it. They were getting a lot out of it. People who were pre-surgery, people who were really maybe newly having had surgery might get more out of it than people who had had surgery. Most of us who were together had had surgery, like say 2+ years out of surgery, approximately. And so that, maybe having what you should expect with weight loss surgery was a topic that we just weren't interested in. But, there were other topics that I know that resonated with people that I was with. So anyway, that is my review of WLSFA. If you want to see a ton more pictures of the event, go to my Instagram, which is listed below, which is the same as my channel, which is My Utopia VSG. I'll talk to you later. Bye.